Welcome to day 4 and the first strength session of our program. Let's get into what we're working on today, shall we? Our strength program over these weeks will focus on full body fitness. We focus on more than just strength to keep our bodies active. We'll also learn how to stay healthy through the miles and kilometers we'll run together.
Yeah, and I will introduce you to new concepts and techniques for most of the days when you will be training.
To start off with strength, the areas we'll focus on for the body will include your core, lower body, as well as your upper body. We'll hop into that in a bit. Additionally, as you might expect, we will also be strengthening the mind.
So today you're going to learn the first technique which you already got a taste of during your first run. The technique is called see, hear, feel. And the reason for that is quite simply because everything that you can focus on will either be something that you can see, hear, or feel. So, what is it that you can see? Let's take external visual sight. You can see the screen that you're looking at right now. You can also see everything around the screen and things that are out of focus in the background. The next sense category is auditory experiences, anything you can hear. You can hear me talking right now. You might also be able to hear the voices of other people if there's someone around you right now, or you can hear background sounds from your environment. And the last sense category is somatic experiences, anything you can feel in the body. To keep things simple, we include anything that you can smell and taste. You can be feeling physical body sensations like pressure, temperature, or your breath on the active side. You can feel physical relaxation when your muscles are relaxed, or neutral areas in the body, and areas in the body where you can't notice a lot of somatic activity on the restful side. Last but not least, you can also notice emotional body sensations. Those are somatic experiences that you can feel in the body, but you consider them emotional in nature, which means if you're feeling happy, feeling interested, feeling anxious or angry, when you're actually feeling that, you can notice that sensation somewhere in the body. We will use the 3 C's, concentration, clarity, and coolness. We will apply them to all of our senses, which means anything that we can see, hear, or feel, whether it is internal or external, or whether it is active or restful. The way you will do that is by using a method called noting and labeling. Noting refers to the act of noticing where our attention is and clearly acknowledging it. For example, my attention is on my neck. I'm detecting some tension there. And after you notice where your attention is, you will use a word to describe what you're noticing. You only use 3 words to describe anything. And in this technique, the words are see, hear, and feel. So, when you notice your attention is on your neck, you will then label it with the word feel. And after you label it, you will try to just feel your neck for around 2 to 6 seconds. After that, you will let your attention go and either notice where else it lands or direct it to another experience. But keep in mind that from this point forward, you'll be trying to use the noting and labeling method every time you do a mindfulness exercise, even if I don't explicitly mention it at the beginning of the meditation.
All right, we're going to mix up our exercises with Christian's mindfulness routines just to make sure we're learning everything right today. In the same way that we get ready for our runs, we get ready for our strength days. Okay, our first core exercise is going to be the plank. Christian's going to demonstrate a beginner's pose for this, show him how it's done. So you can see his knees are down, his back is straight, his arms are fully engaged, and I'm going to get down on the more advanced pose, which should be on all 4s. We're going to go for 30 seconds. You're engaging your core, your arms are tight. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Christian, how's it feeling?
I can feel it. I'm turning my attention to my abs. They were starting to get a little weak.
Keep that core engaged. Okay, so we're finishing up our 30-second plank. 3, 2, 1. Let's take a 30-second rest break. We're going to go into a plank on your right side. Christian will show you one variation. Bottom knee is down. That's supporting a lot of his body, but his core is still engaged. His other arm is firing. You can see it's centered right under this plane in his chest. And I'm going to do the full extension for 30 seconds, which is both legs out. My core is engaged. The big key is to hug in your glutes, and we'll get going for 30 seconds. 30 seconds with me. Make sure you're breathing. Is Christian engaging his core?
Yes, sir, I am.
Good.
Also feeling my shoulder already somewhat.
Yes. You'll feel the pressure in your shoulder. Don't worry about it. You're going to be with me about 15 more seconds. Make sure you're breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come down for 30 seconds. Switch sides. Bottom leg is down, supporting. Top leg is still firing. His glutes are firing, core is firing, and his arms are stacked, shoulders are straight. Christian has great form. All right, we're gonna be going for 30 seconds now. Super important, breathe through each pose. Make sure your glutes are engaged. We got 15 seconds left. Christian, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm actually feeling this most in my left glute and my left shoulder.
And we're off. Finishing up this plank series, just on all fours like we started. Christian's gonna start on his all fours, knees down, arms engaged. And you're with me for 30 seconds. Make sure you're breathing through this. And take note of what needs work. This is always kind of a vulnerable position, and I always feel, my obliques, my sides. What can I engage? What can I continue to do on my off time? All right, we're coming down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. We're going to start with our walking lunges forward. I'm going to have Christian show the form a little bit. So you can see that his plane from his knee to his foot is directly stacked vertically. His butt should be engaged. So that's a lunge. That's our forward lunge. We're going to walk back and forth on both legs. We have 8 on each side. Okay, let's do it. Right foot forward. Coming up, and then we're bouncing out. Left. And the hardest part is not coming into the pose, it's coming out and staying in your plane. Keeping on balance. Balance is the hardest part.
If you're noticing that you are balanced or not, that's actually your clarity at work. Now, if you have a hard time being balanced, that's something you can try to be cool with.
And you're breathing through all this. That was 16, 8 on each side. We're going to go into our next exercise, which is the side lunge. So you can see he's stepping fully out into his plane. It's kind of like you're not just sitting down, you're pulling your hips back and sitting into that hamstring. So you can see his hamstring, I can feel, is definitely engaged. All right, now that Christian has shown us how it's done, we're going to do this together. We're going to go 8 on our right side. Let's do this. Stepping out, coming back up. It's 1. You can critique our form. Should be feeling it in your hip. I feel it in the front of my hip as well because it's opening things up. Always a good feeling. All right, we have 2 more. One more. All right, we're coming up. We're going to come to this other side of the mat. We're going to engage our left side. Side lunges, let's go. Remember, as deep as you feel is comfortable, you're sitting down, and then coming back out, popping back out. Hardest part is coming out of that than it is squatting.
You're getting as tired as I'm good?
I am tired. 1 more. That's it. We're going to get into 10 body squats, and I'm going to have Christian show the proper technique. His knees are planed right above his toes, which is perfect form. His back is up. You can see his chest is wide. All right, let's do 10 together. Let's go. And we'll come back up. Nice and deep. You don't want to go too deep so your back caves in. You want to maintain that chest being right and open. Open to me. Breathing through. One more. And that's it, we're out of it. Okay, we're coming out of rest into the last part of our lower body, which is our toes. I know it sounds weird, but it's a very important thing to focus on. So this is kind of an intermediate pose. So he has 1 foot down supporting the toes that he's raising up. And this should engage your calf, toes, the glute. Perfect, so that's our form. Christian demonstrated. We're gonna get into 16 on each foot. Let's start with our right. and as slow of cadence as you'd like. This is not about speed. This is just about expanding from your toes up your calf to your glute, creating that extension. Might look easy, it's not. You're also working on your balance. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Other foot. These are great for pre or post run as well. Always good to engage the calf, get the toes working. If you want to find a curb, you can create eccentric mobility, a little extra step. Two more. Last one. Nicely done, guys. Come back down and we're going to finish up with some upper body. So Christian's going to show you option A, a little more of a beginner pose for a push-up. You see his knees are down, his back is still straight, his arms are set perfectly, and his nose is all the way to the ground. That's a little advanced. You might just want to keep it so your arms are 90 degrees, but Christian gets a little extra credit. And then this is a full push-up. You can just watch me quickly. I instead have my knees up. See if I'm getting down as far as Christian. Simple. Core engaged. Your thighs should be engaged. Your butt is engaged. It's full body. Awesome. Let's do 10 together. Option A, option B. Okay. All right. 2. Breathing. Not easy to breathe and talk. Halfway. Two more. All right. Do the exact same thing. Option A, option B. We have 10 more push-ups. Ready, Christian?
I'm ready.
All right, 10 to go.
I'm gonna go all the way down this time.
Ah, a competitor.
Yes.
As fast or slow as you'd like. It's all about form. Halfway. Sure you're breathing with me, or one more. My man.
Did it.
And that wraps our upper body. That wraps the strength for the week.
Good job, everybody. You did your stillness today. We will see you again next time.